Hi, this is Laura Waldsmith, and I'm creating a video evaluation of my virtual learning commons, which happens to be a design of a potential school library website for my home school and current primary library placement, which is in the Lafarge School District. This virtual learning commons was designed with the needs of my students in mind, as well as staff, and trying to reorganize some of our resources so that they were available for all. I wanted the virtual learning commons to be something that was easy to navigate for any user, and something that made sure if someone had questions, they knew how to contact us. So I have put our contact information right around on the home page, up front, personal, and a picture of one of our hallway displays encouraging reading. So again, this site was built with the user in mind, and I tried to include as many reputable sources as possible for each of the following categories: enrichment, and as I go over there, enrichment has multiple resources on its site, and most of these are extension activities that either our school has a site license for, a maker space to carry ideas over into, or other activities that could engage a child and still have an academic premise behind it. So these enrichment activities are with the student user in mind, but several things that a classroom teacher could also pull from, especially if it was a rainy day indoor recess, or wanting to incorporate some problem solving or hands-on activities for their classes. This could be a go-to page. Next on my virtual learning commons are opportunities for reading. I am a voracious reader. I've been lucky. Reading comes easy for me, and because of that, I've had the opportunity throughout my life, from childhood till now, to read a lot of books. I feel lucky that it didn't come hard for me because it didn't ruin my interest in reading. And yet I look around, and one of the biggest drawbacks I see for students is not having access to reading or the materials that they want. And so I included some digital library collections, recommended readings from vetted sources like Goodreads. I also included some of the medal winners. And right now what I'm finding at my school as a trend is I have a lot of kids that are medal followers. And I don't want to just promote the medal winning books, because there's a lot of other good literature out there, both for young adults, teen readers, and my elementary readers that are in chapter books and easy picture books. Some of these award winners can take students, like the Newbery Medal, to some quality reading across a variety of genres or interests, and they might find that connect to book. So I wanted to give as many options as possible. Also included on my virtual learning commons are resources. And by resources, I mean tools that can help not just students, but any user of this website. And so as we scroll through, I've included the video I created and present in another area for how to use BadgerLink as a search tool, or the Purdue OWL and learning how to cite sources. There's information about copyright, which is super important, and after some of the discussions I've had with students, I understand how very little of this they really understand, and the depth that it isn't being taught in a classroom, which means I have to provide access to that information. And it's right here in my virtual learning commons, right there for a teacher, administration, students, or parents. Great things to learn and ways not to lose points on homework for sure. And then I've also included a link for parents and students for career cruising, which doesn't have a lot to do with books or research, but it is an encouraged and necessary part of 612 education, and a lot of libraries are finding they are the place where students are sent to do their career cruising. And as I learn about this tool, I want it to be part of my library so that students have another reason to come in. It's another way for me to connect, and that's only going to make their experience in the library that much better, and them more willing to trust me when I have to guide them through a problem solving. So, lastly, on my site, I address safety. Part of my role as the media instructor K-5 for my district is to do internet safety. And one of the things that my students really responded to this year were the faux pas videos found on YouTube. Faux as in false, paw as in the little pads on the bottom of a foot. For those of us that remember McGruff the crime dog, faux pas is his feline counterpart. This is something that can be accessed through YouTube. It can be accessed through the Wisconsin DPI site on internet safety. I've included both as links for this site. The other thing I have included is connection to netsmarts.org. This comes from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. One of the things that I will be adding to, but don't have all the tools for right now, is more safety. This summer I will be adding, after attending Washburn Academy on internet safety, I will be adding some of those resources, both from DPI, the Department of Justice, ICAC, whatever I can get my hands on for parents, students, teachers, all of us, to know the importance of online safety, both what it means for us and how we respect and treat other users as well. These are the main things that I have covered in my Virtual Learning Commons. There is a sitemap and a place for searching. It's an easy to navigate site. It's simple, but I wanted it to be clean and not overwhelming. There's still plenty of room to add more information or change out and update as things become less current or less relevant for the users I'm working with. This was designed with my K-12 population in mind, and something that I hope to soon link as a full update to our current CSM for Schools website. Instead of what we have, I would like to update it to this and continue working on this. I think it's more relevant, the sites are current, they're active, and it comes from things I hear my students talking about based on interest or need. Overall, I like the design of my Virtual Learning Commons and think it will come in as a handy tool for my school. I'm waiting for approval from district administration to make this update be our new library district webpage. Thank you.